Giordano Bruno and the Hermetic Tradition by Francis Yates. This is a new publication, or should I say a new edition of Yates' seminal work on Hermeticism from the perspective of Giordano Bruno, and this has been published by Gallowglass Books. And folks, I've got to tell you, I am impressed with this new edition. Gallowglass Books had previously released a collection of Neoplatonist works, mostly by Porphyry, if I remember correctly, under the name Monad. And this is a significant step up in terms of the production, and I'm going to show you why that is. I liked Monad, don't get me wrong, but you'll see if you've had your hands on Monad, you'll probably agree with me that this is a further step up. This is book number 2 from that publisher, and I think that we can expect some great things from them. There we go. Look at that front cover. I mean, I have to say that is a good-looking front cover, right? I mean, I don't think this is actual cloth. I may be wrong. It feels maybe it definitely feels synthetic, but I could be wrong actually. Maybe it is cloth. Maybe it's just a nylon cloth, and a very nice gold stamp on the front of that. Yeah, this is what let me just fix the lens there. This is what the spine looks like. Very attractive, very pretty. Yeah, so if you wanted to get rid of the dust cover, that would look very nice on your shelf, but I have to say that the dust cover itself is very attractive. You got a very nice design for that. So let's talk a little bit about the contents. This has been published before, which is why I won't go into very much detail about the contents. But Francis Yates essentially goes through the details of what Hermeticism in fact is, how Hermeticism was perceived during the days of Giordano Bruno, and who was kind of specializing in that area of knowledge at the time, and how wrong they all got it. We also get an introduction to some of the Corpus Hermeticum. Some of those books are summarized over here and described in quite a lot of detail, and then we get a description of how Giordano Bruno was relating to the philosophy described therein. Now, I want to bring your attention to the illustrations. There aren't that many, although there are a surprising number. Okay, there are illustrations throughout, but what's very cool is that wherever there was a black and white illustration in the original, a poor quality black and white illustration, on paperback, kind of pulpy, rather low quality prints. This edition gives us new scans from the original documents. Gallowglass have actually gone to quite a lot of trouble to, let me just, there we go. They've gone to quite a lot of trouble to find those original scans, those original documents, and generate new scans from them. Sometimes they've put it, like a few things. First of all, sometimes it's been quite an effort to find those original documents, since they exist only in the vaults of the Vatican, and it's taken them quite a while to actually get hold of those illustrations. And occasionally, Francis Yates describes a fresco or a painting such as this one right here, and never actually provided an image of the original. And here we're getting inglorious Technicolor, the original that Francis Yates is talking about in the text, so we don't have to look it up for ourselves. So that's very, very cool indeed. Yeah, you've got to appreciate the effort, the lengths to which Gallowglass have just the lengths to which they've gone to make the reading of this text of interest to readers. So yes, I think that this is okay. Reading through this, you will essentially get the basics of Western magical tradition. You know, it is a gigantic work, and it's pleasantly written. It was written in the, when was it written precisely? I guess we might get that over here. Well, certainly at the turn of the 19th to 20th centuries. And so the style may seem a little old, but certainly not certainly not unreadable. It's very, seems very modern, right? Seems very modern, and just the amount of detail that Francis Yates goes into describing Hermeticism and describing the magical worldview of the Renaissance under which Giordano Bruno was working, and his contributions. That's kind of essential stuff for an understanding of the Western magical tradition. So that's a big recommendation from me, folks. And I think that if you're going to read this work, this is probably well, not even probably, definitely the most pleasant way to read it. I'm going to say that occasionally I kind of wish that mostly it's fine. Occasionally there's a little formatting error, which makes me go, oh, there's a formatting error kind of thing. And I say occasionally, I spotted like maybe 2 or 3, which made me recoil, because the rest is so well presented, as you can see, right? So yeah, it's quite nice when you notice the very small problems. Yeah, the paper is very thick, as you can see. It's quite sturdy, and but it is Smith sewn, and there you go. You can see the individual signatures there. The head and tail band. I'm going to say the quality of production is high for a okay. If you're used to mass-produced books, then this is going to meet the high standard of mass-produced books, right? If you're expecting, I don't know, Anathema Publishing or Black Letter Press levels, then we're not quite there. But in terms of the value for money, yes, we're absolutely on point here. There we go, folks. That's going to be my brief overview of specifically the Gallowglass edition of the Giordano Bruno and the Hermetic Tradition. There we go, by Francis A. Yates. I hope you enjoyed the overview. Don't forget to hit the like button if you did enjoy the video, and to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit that bell button as well. And if you would like to support the channel, then there is a Patreon, which I've left links to down below as well. There we are. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.